Taliban forces say they've taken complete control of the last Afghan province resisting their rule. Battles had been raging for days in the mountainous province of Panjshir, which is north of Kabul. The Taliban spokesman, Zabihullah Mujahid, said they had been seeking a peaceful resolution but faced continued defiance. The National Resistance Front has denied that the area has been captured and says it is still fighting.
When our delegations went there, they received negative answers and they couldn't resolve matters through negotiations and dialogue. So the Islamic Emirate decided to send military forces to get rid of this violent nest of terrorism. We want a peaceful country, and if anybody causes problems or causes insecurity anywhere in Afghanistan, the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan will make a decision and not allow anyone to congregate and act against our government.
Let's go to speak to our correspondent Charles Stratford, who's live in Kabul. Charles, so do we believe this to be a true statement? And if so, how significant is this victory over Panjshir?
Well, certainly this is the first time that we've heard an official statement from the official Taliban spokesperson. We've had numerous claims made by commanders and Taliban sources over recent days. So, yes, we are taking this seriously. There was some fairly comprehensive details given in that press conference by the press spokesperson. We've heard absolutely nothing since then from the leadership of the NRF. It was last night that a statement was put onto Facebook by Ahmad, the leader of the NRF, saying that he was wanting to negotiate with the Taliban, an indication of just how much pressure those anti-Taliban forces were under. You know, this is hugely significant if indeed it is the case. There have been reports, unconfirmed reports of minor clashes ongoing, but as we know, the Taliban have never had full control of this area. The Soviets during the 1980s never had full control either. So if the Taliban have indeed achieved this, then it is of huge historical significance. But of course, there are big fears about the civilian population of that area, around 150 to 200,000 people. The Taliban spokesperson Mujahid saying that there had been, according to him, no civilian casualties. He said that Panshiris, as he calls them, should be treated with as much respect, the same amount of respect as people from anywhere in Afghanistan. Bear in mind that Panshiris are mainly ethnic Tajik, and the ethnic Tajik community and population of this country represents about a quarter of the population. So obviously the Taliban trying to reach out, it seems, in a call of unity after what we understand has been days of heavy fighting. He said that there'd been food shortages also inside the valley, and he said that food would be supplied to the area, to people in the valley. He said that electricity and communication would probably be turned back on as well. It was very much, it wasn't a victory speech, although there was some fairly heated language used in it as well that possibly the international community and Afghans indeed will be looking at and trying to interpret, when he said that this was the last, in his words, nest of terrorism that had been dealt with in the country, whilst at the same time sort of building on this ideas that we've heard consistently and was mentioned again in the press conference of the Taliban's wants to form a inclusive government, a government that brings in all the voices, ethnic minorities, religious minorities of this country, which of course is so vital if it is going to get legitimacy here in Afghanistan and the wider world.
Many thanks for that. Charles Stratford there for us live in Kabul.